Guilty conscience. You know, I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I have always had a guilty conscience. And you could be saying, well, why? Is that because you're about to be doing something wrong? You're always doing something. No, it's actually the complete opposite. It's because I have integrity. So whenever I get a phone call or somebody tells me something like that they need to have a talk with me, I always automatically assume that it's something bad, that I did something wrong. Not because because thinking like that helps me to be innocent. It helps me to stay true to my integrity. Now think about it on the complete opposite. If you're a guy who constantly does things wrong, okay, and they say, hey, we got to talk about something. If you really don't care, if you don't have integrity, that message is not, it's going to hit you completely different. So is it a good thing to have a guilty conscience? I'm going to say yes, because I'm constantly thinking about not doing wrong, right? Which is a good thing. You know, I think the more deceptive and the more comfortable you can feel in the idea of doing wrong or even partaking in it, it only helps you to actually do those physical activities. You know, I think integrity is one of the biggest missing functions in the entire world. And in the military, they are very big into accountability and being able to say that you're wrong and do something wrong. Whereas in the real world, everybody knows the famous thing where you just point in a direction, you're like, he did it, it's not my fault, someone else's fault. Yeah, the taking of accountability was one of the biggest lessons that I had learned in the military. And some lessons are learned harder than others, but that one I didn't really have to learn, but it was definitely instilled to a much higher degree. When you see someone who does something that's so completely wrong, it could just be with money or a weapon or heirs or something like that, regardless of the consequences, and they stand up on their 2 feet and they said it was their fault, that takes a level of bravery. You know, there's a certain amount of, there's quite a few, all right, Asian countries where they actually describe and believe that lying and not taking accountability is a dishonor to yourself. And they are very, very big into being honorable and honor in general as a whole. So even if somebody in a light way, it sounds very serious. To me, it's pretty funny. But if someone in a light way makes a small mistake, okay, or if someone wants to know like how they look in an outfit, they'll legitimately tell them. They're like, that outfit does not look good. Now, you could just be saying, well, I mean, they're just being nice or they're not being nice. No, they're being honest, because in these different Asian countries, breaking your word and not telling the truth is seen as lying, and that's a form of integrity and honor and a code that they will not break. So I was just doing a quick little post about that because I don't really know about you, but I know about me. I always have like a guilty conscience, not because I'm doing something wrong, but because I don't want to be. And if I ever am told anything having to do with needing to talk to somebody, I automatically always assume it's a bad thing. And to my relief, and I know I shouldn't have anything to worry about, but thinking about that on the reactive means that on the proactive as well, I'm always thinking about not doing wrong. You know, I think the worst kind of criminal and the most disrespectful one is definitely the one that commits crimes and they don't care. They don't care if they're caught. You know what I mean? It's just sloppy. So anyway, well, you guys have a good rest of your day. Maybe you thought that something I said was interesting. But yeah, y'all have a great one. I'm Benji Well Done. Check me out. Peace.